Are you like Danley, always trying to play the middle of offense and defense? Do you attract insecure girls like Alexis? Hey, Ola here. This is my reaction with relationship tips for men to episode 11 of Owen's hit show, Family or Fiancé. As usual, this is for you fellas. Kings, you can deal with any type of woman as long as you take the time to understand women and be the leader of the relationship. They are predictable. There are a few situations that Danley could have handled a little better. Let's talk about just 3 highlights. Number 1, respect. I might say Danley doesn't respect Alexis, not at all. That's never my focus. The ladies' actions are never my focus on this series. It's always about how a king can always use some emotional intelligence to have and eat all his cake every day of the week. It's about Danley not earning respect. Even Alexis' family pointed her disrespectful and bratish behavior out so many times. He allowed the disrespect to go on and on. But in life, respect doesn't work like that. People only respect people that have self-respect. This is the 3rd core pillar as laid out in our book, Get My Marriage Back. I understand that people may lead with disrespect, which means it's more about them than it's about you, but Danley had to allow it for it to be sustainable over time. 2. Extremes. Extreme ideology are not healthy for a relationship. The sweet spot is always in the middle. What do I mean? Suddenly, Danley decided that Alexis needs to respect him, and what does he do? He decided to be an asshole in front of her grandmother and other family members. The idea is never to be disrespectful as a measure to earn respect. It doesn't work that way. Being disrespectful is like basically going from one extreme of accepting disrespectful behavior to the other extreme of being an asshole. One action against your lady is never the cause of her disrespect towards you. It's how you carry yourself and at least what you tolerate over a period of time. No one-time event can cause disrespect from your lady or anyone. So a one-time act of being an asshole, the other extreme, by taking the engagement rings away from her cannot earn you instant respect either. That's petty behavior. The best thing you can do about disrespect is to make it known expressively that you will not tolerate it going forward. When you express that, it's important to never lose your center, your cool, and or overreact by confusing being a man with being an asshole. Petty behavior cannot earn you respect. In addition to that, having to be in the presence of the whole family before he would decide. It's evident that Danley had no balls in that relationship. It looked more like he didn't want to look like a fool in front of the world. If you can't decide for yourself, she can't respect you. If she can't respect you, she can't fall in love with you, much less loving you deliberately. 3. Insecurities. Even though Alexis is the one displaying the most signs of insecurities in this relationship, how did Danley manage to attract her? According to the story, they had once broken up before they got back together again. Why would he accept her and get back with her? Instead of focusing on Alexis' insecurities, I would be interested in finding out if there's a possibility that Danley's insecurities represent a reason why he has attracted a girl with insecurities. Is it possible that he did not feel secure enough in the fact that he has choices? Did he carry himself like he didn't have options outside of Alexis? Naturally, Alexis had probably confused her insecurities and obsessions with being in love with Danley. Why did Danley fall for it? Why did he feel the need to overreact once he found out everyone thinks he's a wussy? I will tell you why. They matched each other's insecurities. They are both 2 broken people coming together to make a whole happy life. Relationships do not work like that. Relationships require 2 whole people who do not need happiness from each other in order to avoid smothering out the other and the relationship itself. My name is Ola, one half of a duo with my beautiful wife Lola. We are the co-authors of Get My Marriage Back and co-creators Lola and Ola.com. By the 10th year of our marriage, my wife filed for the divorce. Just the 2 of us have taken full responsibility for how we got into that extremely painful space. Other people were involved and it made things even worse, but we intentionally and unintentionally invited them in at the end of the day. Lola and I are 100% responsible for that invitation. Guess who's responsible for a brand new and stronger marriage? Besides God, we both take full credit for that as well. Yes, it took two to tango using the techniques in this book, but I started the dance first and it worked. I, as the king, decided to take the lead. You only need you to put the secret techniques to work immediately to fight for the relationship and maybe your marriage. Get My Marriage Back is a quick read, but you will enjoy it because we opened up and shared tons of our stories with you. You will be able to relate to one and all of these stories. Get it free at www.getmymarriageback.com. We've turned the idea of awesome relationships and marriages into a science. Our story and insights are helping lots of people, particularly those who are experiencing a crisis in their marriage and relationships. We use a simple formula called a GPS, and you can learn all about it in the book and on this channel every week. Be sure to subscribe and sign up for notifications. If anything I said makes sense, please hit the love like button on this video. Never mind what the new age philosophies are saying. There's a place for masculine and feminine energy in every relationship. A king must show up as a king in order to attract a queen who loves life too much to be angry. If you already have an angry lady, start treating her like the queen she is and watch her consolidate her behaviors with that impatience. Love is patient. 1 Corinthians 13:4. Women in your life will test that patience. If you don't educate yourself on these things, you and the person you love will be out of essence and will suffer for it. When you learn it, you can smell crap from miles away and effectively avoid it. In the same token, you will have the skill to attract the love and relationships you desire and deserve. Get the book free at www.getmymarriageback.com.